welcome to the James Johnston Football Channel.
Hello and welcome back to the channel and another video. I am James Johnson as always with Tom Batchford. We've done it, Tom. We've done it. People are applauding Mikel Arteta. They're applauding the players, but they forget that it was us that called the team out. They obviously watched. Well, I'm not taking full credit, but you said you are, so.
Oh yeah, of course. It's it's been a long time since we beat a supposed top 6 team away.
Yeah.
And that is the only time I've ever said we'll do a video on the next day if we win.
Yeah.
So that's just proof, isn't it? We've said it once and it's happened.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a great victory. What did you make of the whole thing? I mean, the lineup when it came out, everyone was a bit concerned and a bit worried, but I thought everybody did their job. To be fair.
I wasn't worried about the lineup.
Yeah,
we always know it's going to be a 5.
Yeah,
but it's just how how they play in that 5 that's been the issue.
Did you feel it was a 5 for the majority of the game? Because for me, it was like it was like the hybridy type thing that he tries, and I think it come off really well because Man United at the moment, especially in the league, are absolutely bobbins. So
yeah,
I know we use that word a lot, but because for me, I was like, well, Saka looks like he's more midfield or a winger here. Like he was going further forward than Aubameyang at times on the left.
I saw it more as the usual, isn't it? Just what he normally does. But it felt like we were maybe 10 yards.
Oh, that's that ruined.
It just felt like we were 10 yards.
Do you want to pick that up?
No. I normally have it on the floor anyway.
Oh, okay.
I don't keep it up there because I knock it over. But yeah, we were sort of 10 yards further up the pitch, which was nice. You know, actually putting people under pressure rather than sitting on the edge of our 18-yard box.
Yeah. Obviously, the midfield too, they were absolutely brilliant, weren't they? Like El Neni and Partey, they did really, really well together. But then I thought the centre backs did really well. I wasn't aware that Rob Holding was fit, so
no,
I
don't think anyone was. Everyone fully expected Mustafi to play.
Yeah, I mean, to keep that under wraps, that's pretty smart move there.
Yeah, it's not really like it's not sort of the same level as like Leicester going, Jerry Vardy's not fit, and he's like, he's on the bench. It's not really like, Holding's definitely not fit, and then he plays, and United are like, oh bloody hell, not Holding. Now what are we gonna do?
I don't know. You say that, mate. I think he got booked on the 27th minute, I think, and then Gabriel got booked on the 25th. So for like 3/4 of an hour, they played really well.
Hey, well, look, I've always rated Rob Holding. Yeah. I said I always used to say he's our best defender.
Yeah, well,
and I think now he's our second best defender.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I was about to say he's definitely second best now because I mean Gabriel. But I thought Bellerin and Tierney were class yesterday, and again, I was on your Twitter. I was thumping my retweet button. Mate, I'm like, stop with the Bellerin slander, please.
Yeah.
Like the guy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The guy is a brilliant footballer.
Yeah.
Just because he does all this outside stuff and sometimes he wears a coat which is 7 sizes too big for him, it doesn't mean he's a rubbish footballer. He's a brilliant footballer.
Yeah, he is by far. Well, I can't believe if we had sold him. You know what I mean? Who'd you go and buy? Who's better than him? I don't know what people are watching half the time.
The only right back that I would take at the moment, if you were selling Bellerin, would be Lamptey.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, because he's the only other one that's, if anything, he probably has more pace than Bellerin, actually.
Yeah.
Bellerin's had the ACLs and stuff, hasn't he? So, yeah, I would take that Lamptey from Brighton in a heartbeat. If Bellerin left, I don't want Bellerin to leave, like we just said. I love him. And Saka, I thought, was class. Willian, for me, he grew into the game. I thought at the start, me and you were WhatsApping each other like, "Oh, mate, he's gonna just keeps giving the ball away." And I didn't think he was quick enough when we were doing the counter. And then I just think as well, he was holding on to it when he had it a bit too long. And I was just like, mate, release it earlier and then be a bit brave. Take that because I'm like, you can take Luke Shaw on. I know you're not the quickest, Willian, but Christ alive, that guy's a joke, absolute joke.
Yeah. I think Willian offers us. It sounds weird, but he's sort of better defensively, isn't he, than Pepe?
Of course he is. Oh yeah.
He doesn't really offer much going forward, though.
But that's the thing. I love Pepe to bits, but when you buy Nicolas Pepe, you're not buying him because you want him to track back.
No.
It was like when Hazard used to get slagged off for not tracking. I'm like, mate, it's Hazard.
Yeah.
Like the guy's unreal footballer. Like, why should he want to track back? He don't want to track back.
Yeah.
It's not his game. And then, I didn't think he had the best game in terms of his chances, but I thought Lacazette worked really hard. I thought he won it quite high up, and he created 2 good chances. Obviously we didn't take them, but then Aubameyang for me, I thought he had another quiet game, but in terms of attacking, I thought he worked quite hard, and then he took his penalty as well, which, obviously massive plus for him, because we've never scored a penalty at Old Trafford in the league. So he was the first.
No, I think we've only ever had 3.
Yeah, and obviously Gilberto missed it in 2006, even though we won the game, and then in 2011, the man who shouldn't be named scored, didn't he? Well, he missed it.
Yeah. That's what is that? 5 games unbeaten against United.
Yeah.
3 wins and 2 draws. They're fans. I say to you, I just want to get one over on them. Because they're so all they do on Twitter is talk about Arsenal.
Well,
literally, I don't see any Arsenal fans talk about United fans. All Chelsea and United fans, all they do is talk about Arsenal. They go, "Oh, we're going to batter them. We're going to absolutely batter them. It's going to be another 8-2." It's like, you're rubbish.
Ratio.
Yeah, ratio.
Oh, I'm so funny.
It's like you're rubbish.
Yeah.
You're absolute rubbish. I mean, you've not beaten us. We took 4 points off you last season, and you're calling us rubbish.
I was saying to some of my friends, and some of the ones I've spoken to are actually quite like level-headed, which is weird to say Man United. But they were just like, "No, mate, you completely battered us," and I'm like, "Yeah,
we did.
Yeah."
I didn't expect it.
I'm like, "You were bullied." I'm like, "You were bullied," and I mean, people go like, especially Roy Keane, Arsenal were soft, Arsenal were this, Patrice Evra, Arsenal were babies. I'm like, what were you yesterday then?
Yeah.
Like, you were fetuses if we were babies. Absolutely mashed,
Yeah, they were naffy.
Yeah. And it was just, I just couldn't believe it. I thought it was absolutely sensational. I was loving it to bits, and I think we needed that win. Obviously, we've had words about Arteta and everything. I think he got everything spot on there yesterday, Tom. If I'm
Here we
go.
No.
Here he comes.
I know, because people get carried away, really, don't they? I think the way we
when are you moving to Spain and changing your Twitter handle to out of his depth FC? When are you changing it?
No. No, the way we set up was good. I thought the lineup was fine. I think Tierney is better in the left. I think we need Tierney in the left centre back position, because he offers quite a lot when he overlaps from the centre back position.
Yeah.
But to say he got everything right, I think is wrong, because I think the substitutions again were suspect, massively suspect.
Yeah, but for me,
you can't keep every whenever you hold on to a lead, you can't just bring on every single defender.
Yeah, but I think
because it won't work. It won't. One day it won't work.
No, I think he just done it because he's like, I'm desperate to get this 3 points done.
Yeah, but he does it a lot though. He done it against Sheffield United.
Yeah.
I think he done it against West Ham. Yeah. And then when we, like you say, when he's chasing a goal, do you know what I mean? Against Leicester, he had Xhaka at left back. He just puts on all the attackers. I think he got a good plan on what he wants to start the game to do, but I don't think he really thinks about what he's going to do during the game. He knows, the only thing he knows is that Lacazette's going to come off for Nketiah at around 70 minutes. And that's all he knows. That's the only thing he knows. And he's like, I'm going to have to wing it from there.
Yeah.
But, I think, because as soon as, I thought we looked a bit ropey, as soon as he brought Mustafi on and he moved Gabriel to the left of the back 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Gabriel was brilliant in the middle, and then you're sort of moving him about into a different position. Just keep him where he is.
Yeah, yeah.
That was my. But yeah, I'm not going to take anything away from it. I thought, like I say, it was just nice to see us actually putting pressure on him. Winning the ball back party. He's just brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you're saying about that. I didn't think too badly of the substitutions. Part of me, for a lot of the time, was sat there going like, mate, just get Pepe on. Like, you've got to run at Luke. I'm like, Luke Shaw is an absolute liar, but look how far forward he's going, trying to whip crosses. I'm like, the guy's a liability. Like, get Pepe on to run at him, because Willian was doing it, and then obviously Willian plays the ball to Bellerin, and that's what made me laugh. The United fans are Arsenal resorting to the dark arts. Look at them kicking us off the park because they can't play football anymore, and diving to win a pen. I'm like, mate, for you lot to call anyone out on kicking and diving, like go rewatch the 49th game. Our unbeaten run at Old Trafford. That was assault what they did to Reyes that day. That was assault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You get convicted for that now.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. And then for them to go about anybody for diving, like they're nowhere near the level of the other lot up the road at the moment for dive. I mean, Jesus Christ. Harry Kane's son yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, and he always does that as well, where he like ducks underneath and the players fly over the top.
But he ducks under, then he just throws himself to the floor.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He will break someone's neck one day doing that.
Yeah, he will, and they won't say anything about it.
No.
I know I should have bet on Leicester to win. They're already winning.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, 1-0.
Oh, no. Come on, Bamford, I need the points. But yeah. I mean, they were giving it so much chatter as well, and I'm like, look, you narrowly beat Brighton.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They lost. Obviously, they lost to Spurs. They drew with Chelsea. They beat Newcastle. I'm like, if you can't beat Steve Bruce, then you have to give up. Like, honestly, for however much they've improved, if you're not beating Steve Bruce's Newcastle, then you really got to reevaluate yourself. They got dominated by Crystal Palace. Okay, they beat bloody Jaeger Bomb Athletic or whatever they're called. Red Bull Leipzig or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Beat PSG. I'm like, well, yeah. But I'm like, Premier League. Like, in the league, you've been awful.
Yeah, at this rate, they're going to have to win the Champions League to qualify for it next year.
They must be so grateful that Sheffield United and bloody Burnley didn't get a result. They must be well grateful.
Yeah.
They're right there. I'm like, I don't think he's going to beat Everton. And I'm like, you got a big moment there, because it's a bit like Arsenal last season with Emery. After we lost that game to Leicester and we had the international break, I was like, right, sack him now. Because then whoever comes in has got a nice little couple of weeks there to work with some of the players. And we kept him for another, 3 or so weeks after that?
Yeah.
Part of me's like, what are United going to do? If they lose to Everton, which I think they might. I actually think they might.
Yeah, I think Everton will have all there. I think Richarlison, Digne, Rodriguez, they'll all be back.
And I'm like, you're gonna have to sack him then, aren't you? You're gonna have to.
I don't think they will sack him, to be honest. I think they'll leave it to the end of the season.
Yeah, but they can't.
Or at least until January.
How far would they be down? Where would they be at the international break?
Well, they've had him for that was his 100th game.
Yes,
he's been there for 100 games, and
you still can't see what identity.
No, and he's got no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
I can't see them sacking him.
Arteta in 48 games, and we've somewhat got a clear idea of what he's doing, but
yeah, sort of.
Yeah, but I mean, going into the game, obviously Aubameyang. He has that chance from the Bellerin cross. I thought he should have been busting the gut to get that ball, but I think maybe he was a bit worried he clattered the post and he didn't want to do that.
I feel like he should have slid in earlier, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
He sort of slid as the ball went past him.
No, I think he was, like I said, I think he was worried that he was going to smack the post or something. For me yesterday, I thought Leno overall game was much better, especially at collecting the crosses because they were pumping them in like mad towards the end, especially second half.
Yeah.
But no, he makes that massive save from Greenwood with his feet. I thought that was a really, really good save. And then the other one that I want to talk about, obviously, the Willian chance. You got to remember, Tom, where Aubameyang, when he plays central, he doesn't create for his other teammates. That's what Lacazette holds the ball up. He's the one that creates the play.
Yeah, Aubameyang doesn't link the play, does he?
Aubameyang doesn't link. He only just back heels it, and we nearly scored what would be the best goal that we've scored this season, arguably.
Yeah.
But no, he don't link the plane, does he, Aubameyang? Yeah. Jesus Christ. No, I thought it was going to go in because you saw David De Gea like turn around as if to be like, oh crap. Like,
he had a lot of the goal to aim at, and Willian is quite good with his left foot.
Yeah.
So I think he probably should have scored, to be honest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then obviously after that we had the Saka header, and I didn't know until I saw it this morning. Saka's actually had the most shots for Arsenal in the league. I think he's on 12, and then Aubrey, Lacazette are on that. But I think it's because he gets himself in those positions. Like he's actually bombing forward a bit and trying to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I think that header, obviously, he had to do better. But at the same time, I think in his head, he didn't think that he would out-jump Maguire. I think he thought that Maguire would actually...
Well, it come over his head, didn't it? Maguire's head. So I don't think he probably didn't expect it to get to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, he should have at least hit the target, I think, considering he scored the header the other week.
Yeah. But, we make all those chances. We're obviously going into half-time at 0-0, and... You know what? I looked at it and thought, I can't see Man United scoring, no matter how. But I was like, I can sort of envision that Arsenal might, but I'm like, it's going to be really scruffy goal. And obviously, second half, Lacazette sets that chance up for Aubameyang, and I thought that Aubameyang should have done better, but it weren't the best of balls from Lacazette. I mean.
No.
I think it was a bit too heavy, and Aubameyang did well to sort of control it and get something off anyway. But
yeah, it's too heavy for him to sort of be in a proper position to shoot, and it wasn't heavy enough for him to sort of take a touch and run onto it. It's sort of a bit behind him, but sort of quite heavy. Yeah.
And then obviously the goal. Willian finally does take on Luke Shaw like I wanted him to. Threads the ball into Bellerin, and Pogba playing left wing or left centre mid, whatever position he's playing in. It's a penalty. If Bellerin didn't go down, you'd have been cussing him for it. I mean, it's not a dive. There's an obvious contact there, but every player goes down for them.
Yeah.
And
it was funny because obviously the foot that he caught him with. He did actually take another step on it, didn't he? He sort of caught him, then he took a step on it, then he was like, "I'll go down here."
Yeah,
which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, and Aubameyang tucks it away like we said earlier, and after that, I didn't really think that they had anything else. I think Gabriel was just imperilous, wasn't he? He was superb.
People were raving about it. He definitely played well, but I think he took some chances, being on a yellow card. He slid in against Pogba and just about got a toe to the ball. And he fouled Rashford.
See, the Rashford
I think he was
ones
quite
where
lucky.
I'm like, ooh, on another day.
I think he was quite lucky. And then obviously he went to ground in the penalty box against Matic, and I think that was quite lucky. So I think you will see them given as a penalty some days.
Yeah.
Because he did go through Matic. I think he probably did catch Matic before the ball, but with his trailing leg, not with his first leg.
Yeah,
so,
I thought he won the ball first, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
While
you're on here, mate, it's all up for debate.
Well, yeah, it's my heart was in my mouth at them points, to be honest.
Well, because it's Mike Dean and Man United, isn't it? You're thinking, he's going to...
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. And I thought Holding was quite lucky because he was on a yellow card. There was one moment where he just handballed it. Like, he just stuck his arm up in the air against Pogba and he handballed it. And Mike Dean gave a foul against Pogba for some reason. I thought I don't know how he's got away with that. I don't know where the foul was what Pogba was doing.
I loved the one in the first half where like Rashford's running past him and he just sort of just goes like into his chest.
Yeah, he just stuck his arse
I was
out.
just like, mate, I'm like, he's got no care for you helping the children. He doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, he doesn't care how nice of a man you are. It's football, mate. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You're not an MBE on this pitch today. So yeah, no, I loved it. I was very, very, I was very, very impressed. And obviously Gabriel, like we said, obviously 92% on his passing. He won the most tackles. He had 5 recoveries of the ball. He had 4 clearances, and he had another clean sheet to his name. You go into Party, 100% of his take-ons, 100% of his aerials. He had 93% passing and then 11 ball recoveries. I mean, you spoke about it the other day before the City game, and you were like, James, he's the best player at this club before he's even kicked the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And he's completely transformed it, hasn't he? I'm people are saying you're getting carried away. I don't think I am. I don't think I am, because this guy was dominating Liverpool last year in the Champions League and everything. I'm like, you've watched him for a sustainable amount of time, which, okay, obviously La Liga's not on the telly over here that often, but obviously the Champions League is, and he's been talked about for ages. And I don't know how anybody else didn't pay. It's like Gabriel as well. Like, how did no one else think you for 27 million? Like, why did no one else think you? Like
ridiculous, isn't it?
All the clubs now could do with like a decent centre. Like Liverpool could do with another centre back. Although the kid who come on and made his debut the other day did really well. Chelsea, they've got Thiago Silva that's somewhat bedded in now. Zuma's having the season of his life, but you just think like the other clubs desperately need like centre backs or midfielders, and we've got 2 for less of the price of what Van Dijk is and less of the price of what Maguire cost. Man,
yeah. The Party one is surprising because Liverpool, obviously they got Thiago, but they could have done with someone like Party. Yeah. United definitely could, but they went and bought Van der Beek,
who doesn't even
and don't even bother playing.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea definitely. I think Kante seems to be on the way out. So he's sort of declined massively.
They were convinced that they were convinced they had Party, didn't they? They were all talking about we've stolen him.
Yeah. I think all of them, Spurs, anyone could have done with Party, but I don't know. I don't think 45 million is a lot for him, to be honest. And all you had to do was pay it. All you had to do was go, yeah, here's 45 mil.
Yeah,
he's ours.
I said that earlier this morning when I was doing the Purely Arsenal podcast. I was like, we're going to look at 45 million. That's so cheap.
Yeah, definitely. So the only thing I can think is, because obviously there was this, all this talk that obviously we had agreed all the personal terms, months before we actually signed him. So the only thing I can think of is if he's, people have gone in for him and tried to negotiate with him, but he's just said, no, I'm waiting for Arsenal. Yeah. It's literally, I think he's just said, I'm either going to Arsenal or I'm staying at Atletico Madrid. Which is nice.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah,
it seems to be the case.
Man of his word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, the man of the hour, mate, the man that I think we need to talk about is El Neni. Obviously, he got 89% passing. He had 5 ball recoveries with 3 interceptions. But for me, he just allows the others around him to do their job. And we talked about Ceballos and Xhaka the other day. He's got the recovery speed, hasn't he? He's so much better than them 2 in terms of just being mobile, running.
Yeah. He's just mental, isn't it?
That's why I think, that's why I think that Arteta got it spot on the other day, is that he looked at Pogba, he looked at Fernandes and was just like, well, okay, they're good players, but they haven't got the best engines. So I'm just going to put everyone in there that can run. And obviously he knows Partey's going to run all day. He knows El Neni's going to run all day. Saka ran and ragged. Tierney was running. Bellerin was running. And it was that's why I think he got the game plan spot. Like, chastised him a lot, especially on this channel the last couple of weeks, because he has made me quite angry. I can't lie. I've questioned his substitution. I've questioned his decision making and everything else. But no, I thought yesterday he got it completely spot on for me. I know you said earlier you disagree, but I just got.
Well, I don't, just only with the subs.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't think you got right. Yeah,
Mm.
it seems like El Neni. It's weird. He's like one of them. It looks like he's going to play in all the big games. He's going to play every big game with Party because he knows that they can get around.
Would you?
The only trouble with El Neni is he's not. I personally would play him every game, but I don't think Arteta would see him as like, when we need something more creative.
Do you play him Sunday?
Yeah, this is the thing. He needs to stop rotating. If he's got his best team, and I think that is as close as you can get to our best team.
Yeah.
I think even though I do rate Holding, I think probably Louise comes in for Holding. Really, I'd like. I don't really know what to do about the five at the back, and really, I think Tierney probably does it. If he's playing five at the back, Tierney has to play there, and Saka probably does have to play wing back.
Yeah.
And I think the back five, you'd had Louise. I mean, obviously, personally, I'd put Aubameyang through the middle and have Pepe.
Yeah.
And I think that would be our best team. And I think he's just got to stick. He's got to go, right, that's my best team. I've got injuries, so that's why Holding's there. But this is my first 11. And this is who's going to play every single game.
See, I think he can, especially now with them two and how they played yesterday. I'm like, now Arteta, you can easily play that back four, and you can go Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, and then do Partey, El Neni, and then either Saka, Willian as the cams, and then go Pepe, or Auber and Lacazette, or if you don't want Lacazette in there, put Aubameyang down the middle, and then do Saka on the left, Pepe on the right, and play Willian at cam. Because when he played at cam against Sheffield United, he did really well.
Yeah, well, I think obviously I'd love to see him do 4-3-3.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it will. I think we definitely should look at playing 4-3-3 against, like Villa this weekend. I think we should play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
And I think like I said last week, when we were talking about the game at Dundalk, that's the game. You don't need to play five at the back. Just start trying to bed in 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Even though they might not be they might be the fringe players that are playing there, so the regulars aren't getting the time in 4-3-3. But at least you train on it. You train on it until Wednesday or whenever you stop training for the Thursday game. You go, this is what we're training for. Everyone's training 4-3-3 this week because this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And everyone gets the knowledge on what he wants them to do in the 4-3-3. But I don't know. I think he'll probably stick with that at least until January. So I don't think he really. It just doesn't seem like he fancies any of them players as a creative player.
Yeah.
Ceballos. But you definitely could play Willian there. I don't see why he couldn't do that.
See, I think he's going to go for the exact same team versus Villa. I think you can't justify dropping any of them.
No.
Thursday, obviously, we'll do the predicted lineups in a minute. But I'm like, how can you watch that yesterday and go, any of them deserve to be dropped?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Even Willian and Lacazette, who I know you're not Lacazette fan at all. Currently, and I'm not Willian's biggest, I'm not Willian's biggest lover either. But I thought like both of them worked their arse off yesterday. Especially Lacazette. I thought Lacazette winning that ball high up. For me, I'm like, okay, if your finishing's off, and obviously you can't run, the guy's got to know. I'm like, just be a nuisance then. Just be a nuisance.
Yeah.
Like, just be annoying. And he done that to a T. A T.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know I would like to play the same team on Thursday, really. Well, I'd like to play 4-3-3, but in Arteta's head, he's going to do the same team, I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Is there anything you wanted to touch on more on the game? I mean, obviously we've reviewed it quite sharply there, briefly, but
yeah, well, it wasn't a great game. No. Let's be honest. There's not much to review in it.
No.
It wasn't a great game, but 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Just shut up the United fan. They'll probably still talk about us. They'll probably go, oh, nah. But it's they all sit on there and go, "Oh, Arteta's a fraud. Arteta's a fraud." It's like, yeah, but all you're doing is talking about him, so you must be worried about us.
Yeah.
Literally, all they do. If you go on any bloody Chelsea or Man United fans' feed, I guarantee they're tweeting about Arsenal.
Oh, of course they are. They love it, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
I don't know what's wrong with them.
They're like, yeah, good luck on Thursday night. I'm like, well, that's you might not even get that on the current form you're on. So
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, though. And this is the whole agenda against Arsenal. I think if we had, if there like social media was as popular, maybe 10, 15 years ago as it is now, everyone would be on Twitter going, "Oh, Arsenal are doing this, qualifying for the Champions League 15 years in a row. Oh, is that all you could do?" Yeah. And now you get bantered because you're not qualifying for it, and they're going, "Oh, what achievement top 4 is." So it weren't an achievement when Arsenal were doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the media and their fans. Like, mate, we qualify. We don't want to be in the Champions League. We get battered.
No, exactly. And it's not just that as well, but I'm like, can you imagine if like Twitter and all that was, I mean, I weren't that old when the Invincibles happened anyway. I think I was about 12, 13, but I'm like, can you imagine Twitter if the Invincible? Oh, they're so boring. Look how many draws they've got. Oh, they're so boring.
Look at all the draws.
Yeah.
I think that season, they all go, the league was easier back then. The league was easier back then. Look how many draws they got. I think United finished second and they lost 10 games or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was that easy, these United teams, they were so good back then. They lost 10 games.
Well, that was it.
And yet it's not impressive. I bet they wish they drew them 10 games.
Well, and it's not just that, mate, but they keep saying, they always say about how easy it was and like all of that, and it was the league was rubbish and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, then how come Arsenal were the only ones that done it?
Yeah, because people would be doing it every year.
United strengthened when we didn't, because obviously we moved stadiums and we barely spent any money whatsoever, and we were losing. I mean, the worst thing that Wenger did was break that team up too quick. Perez should have stayed around a lot longer than he did. I don't think he would have convinced on. I think Henry was going regardless. But obviously Vieira going, but then we had the emergence of Fabregas and stuff like that. But a lot of them just broke away so quick. Toure left, didn't he? Campbell, Clichy, quite a few of them. Cole, Lauren left, and it was just like Gilberto. And it was just a bit like, well, yeah, all of them are gone now, and we're trying again. And we changed how we went. He went from having all these like tough, strong fighter type players to, we sort of were like, oh, we'll be the English version of Barcelona. But it don't work over here. Like those small, intricate players, it don't work because it's a physical league. Like it's a rough, rugged league. So I don't know. But yeah, I was like, Chelsea and all them, they had much better players and stuff than we had. They never done it.
No, exactly.
I think they got the most points, obviously, until 6.
I think to be fair, they only lost one game.
Yeah,
it's one too many.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, one more than we did. So screw you.
It's 2-0 less than I knew. I should have. Leeds were the favourites for this game. People overhype Leeds.
Who
they play attractive football.
Who is it that's been scoring for Leicester? Is it Vardy?
Barnes and Tielemans.
Oh, okay. Oh, that.
Vardy's got both the assists.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully Bamford can get one.
Yeah. He missed a sitter. He missed an absolute sitter.
If Kasper Schmeichel keeps a clean sheet, he's my goalie, so I don't mind. If.
Yeah, I've got James Justin.
There you go then. There you go.
It's not much of an assist from Vardy. How's that an assist? Vardy headers it and the goalkeeper saves it, and then Tielemans puts in the rebound. How's that an assist? Are you joking? Oh my God.
So Thursday night, Tom. We play Molde or Molde, whatever you want to call them. We play them at home in the Europa League. Obviously, we both done a lineup. Do you want to go through yours first, and then?
Yeah, I'll just cannot remember what I did.
Yeah, I've had to pull mine up as well.
Yeah. Let's have a look here.
Yeah,
here's mine. Yeah. So hopefully Ruddison will get another game.
Yeah.
So I think it's stupid playing Leno in every single game.
So do I.
I think he's going to go 5 at the back. So it'll be Cedric, Mustafi. We think David Luiz is going to be fit.
Yeah.
I think Xhaka will play left centre back, and and then Kolasinac, the left wing. I think it'll be Ceballos and Willock in the middle.
Yeah.
With Nelson and Nketiah and Pepe up front. Although I would rather Balogun play, but I don't think that's going to happen.
See, I've done Renarson, Cedric, Mustafi, Luiz, Kolasinac as the left centre back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles as left wing back, because I think he needs some games. Otherwise, he might look at January going, "No, do you know what? You kept me in the summer because you said you were going to play me. I ain't getting the minutes here, so I want to go." So I think he might play in this game. I think he's going to go Xhaka and Willock. I think he's going to go Nelson on the left, although he's normally on the right-hand side. But yeah, he'll put Nelson on the left. Pepe, I think's definitely got to play on the right. And I've actually gone for Balogun. And that's more so. I know we normally do what I think Arteta thinks / what I want, but I've done that greedily for what I want and I love Eddie Nketiah. However, I'm like, Balogun interests me and I want to see more of him. Yeah,
definitely. I think he'll. Well, hopefully he should definitely get on at the very least. And hopefully he gets
at least 30
hopefully he gets a bit longer.
Yeah,
hopefully he gets a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like we were saying that last week, like he just looks, even though he didn't really do anything.
No.
He just looks a better player than Nketiah.
It's the running. There's something when he was making the runs. I'm like, oh, there's something in this kid. I'm like, seen it.
And obviously, you see all the highlights of him playing for the under-23s, and he can absolutely pelt a ball.
Yeah.
He's with either foot. He's got pace. Yeah, I would like to see more of him.
I mean, we got 5 subs in that competition, so for me, I'm like, if we're like 3-0 up in the first half, and then Nketiah's scored one of them, sub him at half time. You get 5 subs in that game.
Yeah, I think exactly. And Nketiah is part of the first team as well, so he gets minutes in the Premier League. So
exactly.
we definitely need to keep hold of Balogun because obviously he's last year of his contract and he's not signed it yet.
No, I think he's going to put pen to paper. I think he's going to get more minutes.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah,
because he looks he is one who I think. Do you know what I mean? He could go to like Dortmund or something. Maybe, someone might come in for Haaland in the summer and he'd be someone that Dortmund would look at.
Yeah.
It'd be like Sancho. When we were in for Sancho, it was either us or Dortmund and he chose Dortmund. And look how he turned out.
Yeah.
It's it's one of them, isn't it? I think Dortmund could come in for him and he'd absolutely storm it in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And then, he was an Arsenal player.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be another Gnabry.
I still think people in the Prem might sniff around him as well.
Certainly the sort of the mid-table clubs.
Yeah,
people like Southampton and all that.
But yeah, all right then, mate. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Unless is there anything else you wanted to?
Just happy to eat some humble pie. Like I said, I want Arteta to prove me wrong because that means we win games.
Swivel on it.
We've done the video. The players are happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy for the players. I'm happy for the manager. I'm happy for the club. I'm happy for the fans. If you like the video, please obviously leave it a like. You can leave it a dislike, and normally the Arsenal ones do get dislikes because of you.
Sorry.
Culprit over there. But leave a comment if you want, and please subscribe. We're nearly there. We got to 91 subscribers, lost it, got back to 90, shot back up to 92. We are 8 away, Tom. 8 away.
The views are sort of slightly down this week.
If we get 100 views, I will come on a video dressed as Elvis.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the incentive. There's the incentive. I'm not going to do Disney princesses anymore.
No. We don't know what to see there. No, I'd rather see you dressed as Elvis than a Disney princess.
I think people want to see the Elvis outfit as well. I have to admit. Yeah.
Right, people.
I'll probably just look like a really bloated honky tonk man from wrestling. So.
Yeah, you probably won't look much different, to be honest.
He didn't have the hair that I have.
No.
You know?
You have to put it in a big quiff.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that. I think that'd be mental. If I put loads of gel in it and spiked it up, I think I'd look like was it Claudio Sanchez from Coed and Cambria? Is it Claudio Sanchez?
Something like
The
that.
Coed guy? Yeah. I just have like a huge perm. Which I wouldn't mind because El Nenny's got a perm and I love him. So yeah, that's what we'll end on. Well done, Mohamed El Nenny. Well played, my friend.
Yeah.
Well done.
Lovely perm.
Yeah, and take care. Oh no, I've got to press stop recording. I went to end.